guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sonya Esman and I'm going to be doing a video that I've been planning for months and promised you guys, which is 26 things I've learned in 26 years of life. 4 years ago, I made a video called 22 things I learned in 22 years of life. Here are 22 things that I've learned in 22 years of life. And I really enjoyed making that, and I think a lot of you guys like listening to those things. So let's reflect some more on life. So today's video is brought to you guys by Squarespace. Squarespace is my one and only favorite platform to build an online website, a blog, a portfolio, and everything in between. Side note, I have been writing all of these things in my notes app. I just can't read that small, so I've printed them out. And there's way more than 26, but yeah. This is Vulnerability Hour with Sonya Esman. Numero uno, good relationships are built, not found. It's kind of just the truth of the fact of the matter, which is that relationships take a huge amount of effort to sustain. Good relationships do. I feel like a relationship is honestly, it's a thing. It's like its own entity. Even if you meet somebody and you feel a spark and you think this is my one and only human being, that doesn't mean that the relationship is not going to take a lot of work, a lot of energy, and a lot of work on yourself, I guess, first and foremost. That's something that I've learned. Sustaining a relationship over a long period of time and overcoming all of the disappointments that happen through the years is a lot of work. And I had no idea about that. I had no idea. This one is my favorite. It truly is fake it till you make it. And when you fall and try to get back up and fail, and then look around the room at all the other people, you will once again realize that it has all along been fake it till you make it. The first to apologize is the bravest, the first to forgive is the strongest, and the first to forget is the happiest. That's also something that kind of relates to relationship advice. I'm gonna try to make sense of what I wrote in my notes right now on camera, live. Good luck, Sonya. So it's not necessary to resist yourself and push yourself to be like everyone else, and it's okay if you do things differently than other people. That doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice comfort for success, because I feel like I do things a little bit differently than other people in the industry, and when I tell myself that it's either that way or the highway, that I have to be that way, that is always when I fail. I always screw up because I'm not being true to myself and I'm not honoring my own emotions and preferences. Your kindness is the greatest thing about you. Always say compliments out loud if you think them to yourself. I've had moments where kind words not only made my day better, but changed the trajectory of my life. It costs nothing to be kind and warm towards others. Regardless of whether or not it actually does change the person's life, it will always bounce back towards you, and that energy will stay with you. Not everything has to be a deeply spiritual lesson. Not everything has to have a reason behind it. Having the mentality that you have to search for something deep and everything is probably doing you more harm than it is good. That's just because I feel like I take that to the extreme in my head. But you can't wait until life isn't hard anymore to be happy. Even if you don't have everything that you need to live your full life, a comfortable life, you just can't wait for those things to come to be happy. You just have to find a way to be happy with what you have, where you are. You're not broken, you're not a lost cause is something that I've used to think. It feels that way sometimes, but obviously that's not true. You're way more resilient than you think that you are. And even if that resilience requires dealing with things that you've never thought that you had to overcome before, you will do it and you can do it. And I think it's really important to remember that. Like, keep telling yourself, if ever you get stuck on a thought like that, you have to keep reminding yourself that that's not true. Even if you have to be like, no, Sonya said that wasn't true. It's nobody's responsibility to make sure that you're happy. It's nobody's responsibility to make sure that you're healthy or that you're doing the right thing. It's only your job. And I know that it can feel sometimes like other people should be checking up on you. Other people should be very concerned about your well-being and your happiness. At the end of the day, it's nobody else's job to make sure that you're happy, which can be sad, but it can also be incredibly empowering. Get a good vacuum and also buy a huge pack of microfiber cleaning cloth on Amazon. I can't believe that I had to learn this on my own, but it's true because nobody in my family growing up ever used them, and I don't know why, because they've saved my life. Think, but also don't. Also, just live. I feel like sometimes we have to give ourselves permission, and a lot of what is holding ourselves back is ourselves. at the end of the day. That probably has a lot to do with the way that we were brought up and conditioned to exist in society, but I think it's fair for people to just want to live and just want to exist and be happy without thinking and constantly just existing in their brains. And I have to remind myself constantly to get out of my own way. Don't keep your money in a savings account. Invest your money. Have financial goals and speak to a financial advisor. That is something that I wish I had done. My bank used to try to convince me to invest my money and open a retirement account, and I was like, I'm 19 years old, what the hell are you talking about? But I wish that I had invested my money. I wish that I had put it away somewhere, not just in a savings account and a checkings account, because those things are fine, but I should have done what the adults told me to do, and that was invest my money. Because now that I am doing it, I'm like, why the hell did I not start 4 years ago? Life is full of moral complexes, and that's kind of just that. Don't assume that people are perfect and their lives are perfect just because they can make it seem that way. Not everyone agrees with their job. In fact, you would be surprised how few people actually do. Not everyone agrees with everything that they have to do for a living, and that's fine. You're probably not going to be suffering with cognitive dissonance just because of that. Don't let huge defining fancy words make you afraid of being a human being and learning your own lessons. You will never be perfect, and that's okay, because perfect is also just a made-up idea. I think about this a lot, and that is that you only have one life. There's a meme that I saw somewhere, and I have been trying to find it for this video, but I can't, but I'll keep looking. And it's something like, when people tell me that my standards are too high or something, and it's this person saying, are you fucking crazy? It's literally my life. Like, this is my life. I want to live it to be happy, because it's my one life. It's nobody's responsibility to make sure that we live a fulfilling life except for us, ourselves. Don't text and drive. Don't use your phone and drive. Don't even like sit there trying to change the song and drive. Because if you don't get into a nasty car accident and hurt yourself, you will end up hurting your car, and then your insurance is gonna go up and you might hurt the people around you. That's actually number one. Not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Thanks. You're not invincible, and yes, it'll happen to you too. So be smart. Live in the moment and have fun, but also just think a little bit about where am I going with this? And it's always easier to stop right now than it is once your entire life has crumbled apart and you've destroyed certain things. Starting over is incredibly exciting, and nothing but your life just unfolding and getting better before your eyes. Your attitude towards stress is way more important than whatever stress might be coming into your life. Whether or not you look at a stressful situation or something kind of difficult that you have to do in the future as, oh my God, I'm gonna crumble, I don't wanna do that, I don't wanna do that, so I'm gonna have a heart attack. Or if you think about something kind of difficult that you have to do, something stressful, and think, I can handle that. You know, I've done that before, and even if I haven't done that before, you know, I'm a smart, capable human being and I can do that. That mentality, the attitude that you have about stressful things is so important. It's our responsibility to make sure that we can harness this attitude towards stress that says, I'm capable and I can handle that. I can handle anything that comes my way. Because the minute that you have that attitude towards things is the minute that your life gets easy and the minute that you actually start to get things done. I've noticed that in my life when I was super like, yeah, I can do that. When I was a kid, when I was like a younger teenager, I was like, yeah, I can move to London, I can be a model, I can travel around the world like in weeks. And it was easy because I thought I was capable and I thought I could handle it. Now, for example, I've been dealing with things that I'm like putting off for months because I'm like, I can't do that, I can't do that. It would have been laughable to me, you know, years ago, not to compare myself to myself, but I'm just saying that that attitude switch is really important. If you want to know something, ask. Be direct and ask. Don't assume things about anyone, not the people and friends or relationships in your life, because that is how you do damage to said relationships. Asking direct questions is a boss move because it demonstrates maturity and openness to communication. And isn't that the way that we would like to be treated? It's so easy to fix so many situations if you just ask directly instead of assuming. Be as honest, straightforward, and clear as you absolutely can be with all of your communication. That's also something that I have been working on and practicing, and it feels good. It feels good to be honest and direct and clearly tell people what is on your mind. Sometimes if I'm kind of pissed off, I will actually just have like a little mental conversation with myself and ask myself, what do I need? Behind all of these emotions and this and that, like, what do I need? And then communicating that need with somebody while also respecting the person's autonomy and individuality to have their own needs and wants, you know, and they can say no. But so my new partnership with Squarespace is incredibly exciting for me because I have personally been using Squarespace to create a website for like the last 3 years. I wanted to create a website that had the potential of becoming an online store, a place where clients and brands could go to see my modeling pictures, so it would be like an online portfolio. I wanted to sell my own clothing and publish like blog posts and recommendations for people. Squarespace has made actualizing this idea of mine incredibly easy because I'm able to connect social media accounts. Whenever I post something on my social media, it gets automatically pushed onto my website. Third-party extensions on Squarespace, which allow you to manage your inventory and ship your products around the world, even without any shipping experience and knowledge, which is kind of the place that I was coming from. And super powerful blogging and publishing tools, which help categorize and self-publish your posts so that your website is always up and running even when you're not working. So if you're ready to build your own website and bring an idea to life, then you can check out my link in the description. You guys will get 10% off of your first purchase of a domain or a website. I'm gonna be republishing my website today along with this video, so you can go check it out. Being committed to your physical health, sports, and physical activity, learning something new will change your life. If you get busy doing the things that you love to do, then your destiny will find you. There's just no other way. If you're constantly doing things that you want to be doing in the future, things that you look forward to, like you just get busy doing what you love doing, there's no other option than your destiny, your perfect dream job. Those things naturally unfold when we do what we love. I've learned that lesson for myself again recently. This is all reiterating the same point, but let me just break it down in like 4 different quotes. What you allow will continue. Reel on Instagram that keeps going around, this reel audio. You must break the pattern today or the loop will repeat tomorrow. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. The love and respect that you have for yourself will be there for you no matter who is or who isn't. And you'll realize how valuable you are to yourself then. I am the most valuable thing to myself. I am my biggest, most prized asset, and my mental health is that asset, I guess, to me. That was the switch for me to focus and prioritize myself and my mental health over absolutely everything else, because that's all I have to give. Set a bedtime and commit to it. A sleepy person is an unhappy person. I fucking hate having insomnia. Setting a bedtime, literally prioritizing that, no ifs, ands, or buts, will not work until the morning. Nope, no thank you, I must sleep. Toxic people probably do exist, but they're also probably not who you think they are. We can all be toxic, and I think that that label is thrown around way too much. I think it was given way too much importance years ago, this phenomenon of toxic people in our life. And I think the idea of toxic people is actually toxic at this point, because we can all be toxic to one another if we don't have awareness in our relationships. The self-awareness, I mean. Don't use your words to speak ill of yourself. Seriously, just don't do it. It's like a slippery slope into self-deprecating thoughts about yourself, and it's not funny to anyone. It gives off a really bad impression too, subconsciously to people, I think. Myself, I used to keep a poster in my house that said like, don't use your words to speak ill of yourself. Honor how you feel without comparison to your past self or others, because presence, fully being present, is actually the real progress. Spend more time thinking about the things that you want to bring into your life, not the things you hate about your life currently. That's the only way to move past it, I have personally found, and it's a lot less stressful too. Your support system is everything. Keep the people that keep you grounded and keep you healthy and happy close to your heart and close to you, and be kind to them. You have no idea how much being supported in everyday life actually really matters to us as human beings. I feel like when we're stripped of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and please go follow my Instagram as well. I'm gonna be posting a lot in the next few weeks, and I'm really excited, you guys. Thank you so much. By the way, I have a new microphone. Did you notice the audio's not shit? Woo! I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will be back with a new one in a week or two. And please let me know if you guys have any requests for videos. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I keep looking back there. There's a plastic bag flowing through the wind. Insert Katy Perry song. Please, if you guys have any video requests, anything that you want to see from me, makeup tutorials, talking videos, vlogs, be well, my loves. Bye.